This won't be the usual upbeat video. I just want to remind you guys that one day you're gonna die. The time isn't infinite, and if you don't die, your loved ones are gonna die. People you care about are gonna die. Like, that's just part of life. When I was 22, my best friend passed away. His name was Tyson. And Tyson he was one of those guys that showed me that, we kind of came up in the same area doing the same sort of shit. But like, he was just so far ahead of me. First one to move out. I remember he was the first one to get a job. I remember it was big shit that he had got a PS4 at the time, like, and we was like young, in high school and shit. And I wasn't even on the mindset of trying to make money. But he was also the nicest dude I ever knew. Like, I never seen him get mad at anyone. There was a time where we went to like the summer camp, and a real annoying kid was about to get destroyed by this big ass nigga named John. He was on top of him, like they were fighting. He was on top of him and about to do damage. Tyson just fucking flew in out of nowhere, tackled homie. Like, that's just the sort of dude he was. He wasn't really friends with the kid or nothing, but he seen the kid was really about to get fucked up, and he was the only one to step in and do something. Like, he was just that sort of dude. He was, his neighbor had a baby, she wasn't really making money like that, so he would help her out. He was the type of person to help pay bills for his mom, even though he had already left. And all that goes to say that even the good guys can lose. Like, there's no guarantee in this life that you're going to be successful, there's no guarantee that anything good is going to happen to you. You could end up getting cancer. Like, it's all random. And I just want y'all to not take for granted the days that you have. They all count. One thing I always used to pray for, back when I was very religious, is that I would always pray for wisdom. And in a way, I feel like I've got that in a way. It's why some of y'all really gravitate towards this channel. I just share life experiences and my thoughts on different situations and scenarios. But one thing with wisdom is that the best way to obtain it is to realize that your days are numbered. Once again, going back to living every day with purpose, because you don't know when your card's going to get pulled. And even if it's not your card, it could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be your best friend. And it's a terrible feeling to lose somebody and you didn't get to experience everything you wanted to experience with them. Tyson was on that same sort of mindset of like, he was trying to get rich. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to live the good life, and he was working for it. And we also had the same mindset and like, do all the hard work up front. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta spend all your time having fun. Just do the work. Then eventually it'll pay off. And it sucks because, he didn't get to that point. He was well on the way. I think there was he was doing sports betting, and one month he made like 23 grand. He was on the way, for sure. He was on the way. But then just like that, gone. It's just like he just doesn't exist anymore. Around that same time, my grandmother also passed away. Not from natural causes. She got hit by a car. And this was a time period that that really changed my perspective on life. It took me down a bad path for a little bit, but it did give me a strong grasp of mortality and time. I know one thing that I'm going to get when I hit 1,000 subscribers is he had a tattoo. It was a Reaper tattoo. This shit was ass, but so I'm definitely going to get a better one. But one thing he wanted to add to it was like each milestone that he hit, for him it was money. Like, hit $1,000, hit 10 grand, 100 grand, million. He wanted to add something to it. But that's also something I want to get because I want to constantly remind myself of my mortality. I don't want to be afraid of death because it's coming for all of us. It's inevitable. So that will be something I will get on the channel. I'll definitely show you guys when we hit that milestone. But remember that your days are numbered. Stop wasting your time. Whatever you want to do, I suggest you start doing it. Because you don't know when the end is coming. Deuces, y'all.